Hello, my friends. How are you? Welcome to the Jazz Real Book. I am your host, Jay Sweet. Today, we will be checking out the standard Alice in Wonderland, composed by Sammy Fain for the 1951 animated Disney film Alice in Wonderland. The ballad plays during the opening and ending credits of the movie, and beyond its association with the film, Alice in Wonderland has become a jazz standard with performances by notable musicians. So let's get into it. Alice in Wonderland. All right, let's get right into this one, and let's start with the For the Jazz Nerd section. This is where I break down the piece for those who want to learn more about it. I'll try to be as general as possible. Alice in Wonderland is a 64-measure waltz centered around the C major scale. The form is a standard AABA. Remember, each letter represents a section or a change in section, so there's a lot of repetition here. Each section is 16 bars long. The melody, the notes, it's not rhythmically active. There's a lot of space. Much of the melodic rhythm in the A sections is centered around a half note rhythm followed by a quarter note. So that's a longer rhythm. And the B sections begin with dotted half notes for 4 bars before eventually returning back to that half note followed by quarter note theme. There is only one accidental, that's sharps or flats, black keys on the piano, for the entire melody. And harmonically, the chords, the piece is pretty rich with a series of connecting chords we call 2-5-1 chords and some sub-5 chords as well. You jazz nerds know what I'm talking about. But for the most part, there is one chord per bar, except for the last 4 bars of the bridge, with a chord hitting there on beat 1 and then on beat 3. And there you have it, jazz nerds. There's a little bit about the construction of Alice in Wonderland. Let's talk about the recording. The recording I chose today of Alice in Wonderland comes from Bill Evans' trio and the album Sunday at the Village Vanguard from June 25th, 1961. Now, in our last episode on the song Alfie, I talked about Bill Evans at some length. So today, we are going to focus on the bassist on this record, the great Scott LaFaro. So Scott LaFaro, one of my favorites, was born on April 3rd, 1936 in Irvington, New Jersey. LaFaro grew up in a musical household, and after a stint with Buddy Morrow's big band in Los Angeles, he collaborated with Chet Baker and gained recognition for his exceptional abilities to solo in the upper register of the bass. Few were doing that at that time. His small group recordings, such as those with the Pat Moran Trio and Victor Feldman's group, showcased his harmonic and technical prowess as a bassist and as a rising star. A significant turning point occurred in 1959 when he joined pianist Bill Evans and drummer Paul Motion to form the Bill Evans Trio. This collaboration redefined the role of bass and drums in jazz, highlighted in their debut album Portraits in Jazz, another great record. Scott LaFaro lived a clean life and avoided drug use, but sadly, he tragically died in a car accident on July 5th, 1961, at the age of 25, cutting short a promising career, leaving a profound impact on the jazz world, particularly on bass players. His legacy is marked by continued recognition as one of the foremost bass technicians of all time, with his influence still resonating within the jazz landscape, again, especially amongst jazz bassists like myself.